as you said, iPhone kujanga ikiwa inbuilt. You know, when you buy a gadget, you don't add features. It has features. Even when you can add apps, it does not mean you're adding it imewekwa feature ya ku add apps.
Hiyo app.
You get. So when you buy a gadget, inakuja ikiwa na kila kitu yenye inafaa kuwa nayo.
Yeah.
So even us, there is a reason you are good. You are naturally good at drawing. And another person is naturally good at singing.
Exactly.
There's a reason you do it with so little effort.
I remember one time I almost committed a career suicide because after I found my why, I felt so compelled, like I'm ready to begin. I remember I first registered a company. That was 8 years ago. The company is called Equipped Stewards.
Yeah.
Yes, and it was to equip people to serve.
Yeah.
In whatever capacity.
Yeah.
And I dropped everything I was doing. I forgot I had kids. I forgot I wanted to just run with it.
Yes.
Because it was so deep in me.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So there's a balance we have to strike. Like, I need to pay these bills.
Yeah.
I need to, yes, it's a journey. It's a step.
Yeah.
There are steps you take little by little until you get there. Yeah.
I think it's awesome that the way you said earlier, the earlier you discover this, the better.
The better.
Because it makes it easier. Because for a young person who is, for example, in high school or in university, they can easily decide, nitaanza kupursue hapa.
Exactly.
And by the time they begin living, they begin their lives, they are able to pursue, you begin your life on purpose. And you're able to begin your life with your work. But there are those of us that may have been late. Like me, you were excited about the work life. And you were excited about money. Nataka pesa, niweze kupati, na niweze kujienjoy, na niweze kuraise familia. So umepata pesa maybe hata, but unaanza kufeel, as we said, your why gives you refreshment and fulfillment. So you're at a place where you have the money maybe, or you don't have it, but you still are not happy about life. You're feeling like there's something you're missing. So for those people, it's the ones we are talking about, there is a healthy balance. Do not rush, because it's a journey.
It is.
Do not say, hey, mimi I have to find my why. So kutoka kesho siendi job, ninaenda prayer center, ama I'm taking a retreat that will help me discover my why and pursue it. So such people we are advising, kama uko place ya job and you're working, as Betty said, give 100%. It could actually be a stepping stone.
Exactly.
There's a reason God allows our lives to take certain turns. And there's a reason this is when you're coming across this message. If you've never heard it before. So there's a reason you've been where you are until this time.
Exactly. And because
so,
the where we are at this particular time, it's also it's a stepping stone in a way that you could be meeting your next person. The person that you're supposed to be in your why with there. You could also we will talk about influencers and burden bearers. We will also talk about gatekeepers, destiny helpers. So while you are at your workplace, that's where you could be meeting your gatekeeper or your burden bearer or whoever. So give it your 100% and now start working on, make it your homework to work on the reason why you were created.
So make it your assignment. We are saying give your job your best, but make it your assignment to start working on your work. Make it your assignment to start working on your why. But now, this working on your why is where we should be going now. Because we've spoken about my why, how to balance it with the job, what it does. But the main question remains, okay, you guys know your why. How did you come across this information? How do you get to know your why? And me, I like to start by saying, what we are talking about here, when I'm talking about purpose, I do not talk about the purpose you decide to do for your life. I am talking about God's purpose for your life.
Yeah.
Betty began by telling us, ikitu ilianza mwanzo.
Yeah.
It is God who creates us. There is one of my favorite scriptures, and one of the scriptures that led to this inner dialogue on why is Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 5. God says to Jeremiah, before I formed you in your mother's womb, I knew you and I ordained you prophet.
Yes.
So Jeremiah was not ordained prophet when alimwagiliwa mafuta. Before his dad met his mom, God had decided, I want a person who looks like this, who does this, who talks like this, and this is how he will look. This is Jeremiah, Mr. Prophet.
Yes.
Let us bring it closer home. Before my dad, Mr. Mbudia, met Mrs. Mbudia, I believe God saw that in 2024, at such a time as this, I will need a specific person to hear that they have a purpose in life. And so he started crafting. He started looking for my father. My father was raised in Eldoret, and my mom was raised in Embu. He started helping them find their way to Nakuru, where they met. Before God put me in my mother's womb, he had already decided what it is that I was going to be doing here. So I think the best place to start, if you want to discover your why, is by beginning to have a deliberate, conscious relationship with God.
True.
He is your maker. I loved what you said earlier. A manufacturer wa iPhone, akiunda. First thing he saw is a need.
Yeah.
And he put certain functionalities in that phone.
And by the way, hold that.
Yeah.
When he was making the iPhone, it doesn't mean there were no other phones in the market.
Exactly.
There were other phones that were performing other functions, similar functions.
Yes.
But he saw a need of a higher function.
Or a phone that does that function in another way. Ndio maana kuna Android,
exactly,
na iPhone,
and all these other applications. So just like you're saying, I would bring this even closer home. Look at Jesus when he was born on earth, and he knew his purpose from the beginning. And I remember at 12 when his parents were looking for him in the temple, he remained, and they came looking for him, and he said, I am about my father's work.
Wow.
Because he knew the reason why he was in the first place.
A relationship.
Yeah, a relationship.
He
had a relationship with the Father. And he knew my purpose for being here is to fulfill what he sent me to do. And that is how he managed to do his why. Imagine by 33.
In 3 years.
In 3 years.
Amazing stuff. So I think the first thing you need to do, if you really want to discover your why, it is God's why for you.
Yes.
That's exactly what
it is
saying.
His purpose.
It is not your why. So you don't decide it. I've heard people say, I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my ship. I am self-made. That is not a thing. I believe there is the one who made you. He knows the reason why he made you. So I think the best place to begin is by begin to look for a deliberate, a conscious intimacy with the person who made you. That's the best place to begin. And just don't go praying and go to a church if you've not been there just to find your purpose. Go there for relationship. Go there to find out this God that made me. How can I walk with him? That's the best place to begin. But now that's between you and your God. I think the best way now as a human being to begin knowing your why is by looking at your passions.
Yes, because God put these capabilities in us.
Yes.
It is not something you're going to manufacture somewhere. It's not something you're going to now start learning. It is in you, inbuilt, by the way. That capability in that iPhone is inbuilt.
Yes.
It is not something that utakuja kuiwekea.
Exactly. You don't add features.
No, you don't add features.
You don't add features to the iPhone when you buy it. inakuja ikiwa complete,
and that is why there's a manual to guide you through every other feature. So it is in us.
Yes.
It is the passions we grew up with. You remember when we were growing up, we had these desires. I want to be a pilot. I want to be a, I want to be a captain. I want to be, personally, I wanted to be an architect.
I wanted to be a doctor because I read Think Big.
Oh, wow. You read Think Big that early?
Yes.
Lucky you. Yeah, so it is inbuilt in us. For me, finding a why is, what are you passionate about? What are you passionate about that when you do, you feel, I'm happy. I've done this. Wow. Your why is not so far from there.
Exactly.
Your why is
and
not
also
so
what
far
are you what makes you so sad? Because personally, when I hear of stories like for Tony's uncle, when I meet someone who tells me I don't know what to do, that's why one of the things I do is breakthrough coaching. When I meet someone who's stuck, and especially those that if find someone is rich, they have money, they look okay, they have a family, but they're just stuck. I feel like I'm not living, I'm missing out on something. I feel sad about it. Yes. So I realized this is actually, that is one of the things that pointed me to, this is what I should be doing. Because I feel so happy when I take such a person through a breakthrough into what it is that they want to do. So passions really matter. What is it that really excites you?
And that is what births the purpose. Passion and sadness, pain. What is your pain? Because pain is like you are seeing a need somewhere, a challenge somewhere, and you feel like you should do something about it. Just the way you're saying, like, you feel sad when you see someone is rich but is not really living his life. Like for me, I would see someone who wants to get somewhere but doesn't really know how to get there. Like I sometimes I look at we have a challenge in Kenya, okay, maybe in Africa, in our house managers. We have a challenge of how to train them to be professionals. For me, it's a need I see every day. Like they want to work, but there's no professionalism in this industry.
There's always
chaos, and there's always a story.
This one is treated a child.
Yes, and what have you. And I see a need in that. And I want to be able to hold these people and train them, show and them take them value. Show them their value, because they also have a purpose.
Very important purpose.
They also have a purpose. And take them through maybe some course and get them through to employment, a good place, get to monitor them, get to work with them, not just drop them there and forget about them. Work with them.
But they have a pain story for house girls. When my son was, I think, going to 2 years, we had a house girl that I don't know, we have never known what she used to do to my son. But our son was very bubbly from I think from 6 months. He was playing alone and laughing alone. But with that house girl that stayed with us for like 2 months, we used to, ukiingia kwa mlango hivi, mtoi anaanza kulia. Ukitoka hivi asubuhi analia tantrum. And something inside me was telling me there's something wrong. He even started tabia ya kutapika. He used to puke a lot. And I remember one day my son's mom just decided wewe husikizani na mtoi, itabidi uende. I am telling you, the text he sent her when she was sent away. She used to be this very nice girl who would read the Bible and pray loudly before she sleeps. The day she was told to go, the text she sent, we knew this one was a devil raising our boy. So it is actually a very serious need.
It is a very sensitive thing. And for me, I feel like we are from different backgrounds, and people they come with a lot of trauma. people come with a lot of baggages.
Yeah.
And until and unless someone sees something that needs to be addressed. I remember there's a time I was working with Quickmart supermarket as a compliance officer. And one time, a lady was caught shoplifting. Very cute lady.
Oh my.
And she was taken, of course, behind there and interrogated, and you know, now there are steps and there are rules and regulations on how to go about such a thing. And as she was being taken through that process, I could just see a soul in need.
Wow.
I am seeing someone I could walk through. This is not a kawaida thing. Yeah.
For a girl,
I want to find
out. A
cute
cute girl to be shoplifting.
Yes, I'm wondering what drove her to do that.
Umekosa nini ama nini mbaya?
What background is she coming from? What is she going through at that particular moment? You know, that is a need. And these are the things that made me discover that.
Yeah. You just want to inspire.
I want to serve. I want
empower.
To work with people. Exactly.
Wow. So, number 1, have a relationship with God.
Yes.
Number 2, check your passions. What excites you?
Yeah.
What makes you sad? I think number 3 is natural abilities.
Natural abilities.
What is it that you do easily?
Without a struggle.
Without much effort. Watu wananichekeleanga nikiwaambia I hated sciences and I hated maths and I would suffer with them, but I was thriving without effort in languages and humanities.
Same here.
Looking at, by the way, and see we are in the same industry. You know, even just looking at your child, at your natural abilities, you can begin to see the wide range of areas where they would flourish.
Exactly.
Because, as you said, iPhone kujanga ikiwa inbuilt. You know, when you buy a gadget, you don't add features. It has features. Even when you can add apps, it does not mean you're adding it mewekwa feature ya ku add apps.
App.
You get. So when you buy a gadget, inakuja ikiwa na kila kitu yenye inafaa kuwa nayo.
Yeah.
So even us, there is a reason you are good, you are naturally good at drawing, and another person is naturally good at singing.
Exactly.
There is a reason you do it with so little effort. Recently, the creatives were mourning the death of Charles Ouda, one of the best actors we've had in this country. And one of the things that struck me, his sister, as she was reading his eulogy, she said the guy could watch a movie kisha anaweza recite like ni kama ni aliandika hiyo script.
Wow.
Walikuwa wanasema like the guy used to come kwa set kama amejua ukimpatia script sijui ya how many pages anakuja following day kama yote iko kwa kichwa.
Wow.
There is a reason he was created with just that natural ability to grasp and to capture, you know, something that would support, you know, his assignment.
Another thing I would say is, you see the person you like listening to. We talk a lot about Dr. Miles Monroe, and we like his material. And, you know, the person, when you listen to this person and you feel like you are identifying yourself with him.
Christian terms, your baby lips.
Exactly. You are identifying yourself with this person so much. And that's, you know, it puts in you something that says, I think this is what this is me.
I like him.
Yes.
I'd love to do
I see a lot of me in what he says and what he does. Yeah. So sometimes people idolize people without knowing why. I'm idolizing.
Why is that
person.
particular person?
Exactly. Yeah. So it is because there's an attraction. Yes.
Very true. One of the people I really admire to meet is Barack Obama. And Obama is because of leadership. I love good leadership. I feel sick at times when I look at what we call leadership in our circles at times. But you see that pain and that desire, it is one of the things that has led me. One of the things I do as a coach is leadership development. I just want to see people become good leaders. We take young leaders and just culture their minds to know that what they are doing is service. What they are doing is, is important. You get. And so it's those things that we do very easily, that we do naturally, that show us what our purpose is. Okay. And another thing I think is also a way that points you to your purpose is your personality.
Of course. Your personality.
You come inbuilt. Unakuja ukiwa, there is a reason wewe ni introvert. There is a reason wewe ni extrovert. There are, just go to Google and Google free personality test. Go do it. There are some very nice personality tests that will show you the kind of person you are and what other people that you may know that are the same personality
with you.
There is a reason I talk a lot. Okay. And there is a reason I'm by the way, as much as I talk a lot, I am introverted. I realized introverts are able to listen better. They are able to create. Introverts are very pragmatic and realistic. They're able to, when I'm listening to someone, I'm not what they call a feeler. I end up thinking on strategies on how to get out of a situation.
And that's why you're a coach.
That's why I'm a coach.
Yes.
You get. It's my personality working into my why. So why are you the way you are? So we've talked about your passion. We've talked about your natural abilities and your personality. And finally, I think the one thing that we really ignore about discovering what your why is about your life's experiences. There is a reason, and this is an encouragement to people who are out there. There is a reason you've gone through the journey you've gone through. There's a reason certain things have happened to you. I am now able to coach better with empathy because there was a day I used to think I knew it all and everything came crumbling down. Now when I hear someone is stuck, when I hear someone is going through a hard moment, I'm able to be empathetic. I can easily fit into their shoe. I can easily look at them and feel, I know people make mistakes because I have made enough of them. You get? So your life experiences also can guide you to know the things you've been through. I think this is just an encouragement to someone who's watching. The things you've been through are not a waste.
No.
They say God does not waste hearts. And heart here I'm talking about HURT. Mungu huwa waste maumivu zako na mapains zako. Actually, you may have gotten yourself into the mess. It might be the devil, but that's why the Bible says all things work together for good. For those who love God and are called according to his purpose. You get? So the things that you have been through, the experiences, my mistakes, the way right now I am able to say very, very easily and with a lot of certainty, please make sure you have shared values, with the person you want to be with for life. Please make sure you are true friends. Is because I have been through an experience where we missed out on shared values. And I saw the effect of it. So my experience was painful and it was costly. In fact, we are still living out the cost of that experience. But it helped me. It is helping me now help another younger person.
Excellent.
I don't know if you have an experience to share just as we conclude this.
Of course. Like you said, experiences. Every pain has a gain to it.
Wow. Every pain has
a gain to it because it is not just a mistake that happened. It is a lesson. It's how we view it. Ukitaka kuiangalia kama nilimes, it will remain a mess. But if you pick that mess and make it a learning lesson. Yeah. A learning lesson that now the next time you encounter such a thing, you're a better person. I think it is Bill Gates who said in one of his interviews that he does not employ managers who have not made mistakes.
Wow, I like that.
Reason being, if you have not made a mistake, then it means you have not grown.
It means you haven't done much.
You haven't done much because you haven't learned much. So it is the mistakes you make that that grows you to your next level.
Wow.
So the mistakes we make, in fact, personally, I've learned through rejection. I've learned through failure. I've learned through mistakes more than I've learned through success and accomplishments. So for me, my mistakes, my messes, my rejection is what is the journey that now I will walk someone through. That I am not like this because I was born like this. There's a place I began. And then I went through this to get here. I went through this to get here. We have a chance to make these mistakes, but these mistakes are supposed to make us grow. I love the way you say it. It's the mistakes that we make that we grow through our mistakes. I think John Maxwell says there's a book he has written. The title is Sometimes You Win, Sometimes You Learn. So it's not like sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. So, and it actually shows that when you're winning, you are not learning anything. When you're winning, it's because you have learned. That's why you're winning. But those times when you're not winning, is those are the school. You need school fees. For someone who's going through some terrible times that out there, and you probably have made some mistakes that have thrown you where you are. Uko shule. So it's time to get out of school, learn, instead of being sad and depressed about where you are. Just learn the lesson and pick yourselves up. I think in one of these episodes we are going to be talking about the mistakes we've made. We're going to just share our stories and the mistakes we've made and how they've gotten us here. So I think it's been amazing. Thank you so much for speaking, kwa kuongea, kwa kufungua roho. It's not an easy thing kufungua roho, but once you know that, I'd like to say purpose, it flows. So for me, opening my heart is not a struggle because I'm an open book right now.
Amazing.
And I'm an open book because my book is being used. My story is being used to impact someone else's life. No matter how much mess you've gotten yourself into, you can always come out of it, begin and run with it.
Amazing. 5 ways how to discover your why. Number 1, a spiritual or a deliberate relationship with God. Number 2, your passion. Number 3, your natural abilities. Number 4, your personalities. Number 5, your life's experiences, including the mistakes. In fact, especially the mistakes. And I think that is where we are going to start on the next time we meet. And don't miss this show. Yes, don't miss out. Next time to come to Fungue tu Roho. It's actually said if you want to impress people, you show them your good side and you show them your accolades. We can come here and talk about our CVs. But if I want to impact a life, let me show them my mistakes. Let me show them I did this wrong. Iliniumania, iliniramba proper. But that is what I learned out of it.
Good.
So see you next time. Let's talk about these mistakes. God bless you. This has been Karis.
Cheers.